Hello guys, so today I'm going to be making a video about kind of showing the difference between how a male would look and how a female would look. I already have a separate video on like the head shapes. You can kind of see how it's different from one another. And yeah, by the time this video should be out, there should be a video that's already out about how to do different head shapes for different types of people and how you can use it for your own style. So today I kind of just drew these head shapes, female, male, and kind of just drew out these little things, but I'll kind of add on to them once we progress more into the video, if I'm using that right. So let's start off with the female, the way I usually draw them and how you might start out. So let's start off with something easy, like maybe the eyes. The eyes, they would usually be big and kind of like thick lashes, like that. And you know, you gotta have like the eyelashes just to distinct it from the male. And for the eyes, the pupils would usually be big. The irises, if that's the right term, right? The irises would be big, and they would kind of have like a lot of glare to it. And that is depending on the type of girl character you're having. Like maybe, let's say, maybe if you have a tomboy girl character, instead you have them with maybe, like, they kind of look beaten up a bit. Like, they don't look as much as something like this. Then, like, they kind of, I wouldn't say they look more like a male, but, kind of how the character is like, would kind of, how the character is written would kind of go with the way the character looks most of the time. Unless you're kind of like doing this little funny comic. And then for the male eyes, they would usually, you know, just, they would stay thin. And not as much as big irises or pupils. For me, I almost draw them blank for guys. Don't really do much with them. Unless, like, again, depending on the type of character it is, like, let's say you're going for, like, let's say, maybe like a guy model type of character. You would kind of have glare in the eyes. And maybe, I don't know, I guess some lashes. But for, like, the just regular male, it would kind of just look like this, not too detailed with the eyes. And moving on to the eyebrows. The eyebrows for the female would usually be thin. And then again, you know, it could depend on the character, but this is just what it would usually be like. Usually just thin eyebrows, and it would kind of be thick eyebrows for the male. Or eyebrows that kind of go all the way across. Like that. And the noses, not much difference to them. It's just the way I draw the noses. And, like, it goes to my style. And, you know, maybe your noses are different for the different genders, but my noses are kind of just the same. And I like the way they look. And for the mouths, the mouth for the female, you know, in the stereotypical, like, manga or Japanese or Japanese art style, the mouths are usually small, but that's not for me. I kind of have it like a big mouth, and I may like go from there and stops there. That's just what I think. And then it's kind of the same for the male, but not much of like a lip detail. And then you know the hair can differ from a lot. I'll make separate videos on that. But the hair can really range from a bunch of different options. Whatever you think looks the best on the type of character you're trying to make. That's just what I think. So, the hair for a female, it's usually, you will usually have it long or short, but it's usually, it doesn't look as rough. Like, let's start with the guy's hair. Not my best example, but kind of get what I mean. Let's just do something like that. Yeah, it's not my best because I didn't start off with the ears, and the ears will kind of build up. Well, the hair will kind of build up from the ears. But yeah, you kind of see how it's like, it's not really flowing down or anything like that. And it's short, it doesn't like go there from his back or leading down. It just stays up here. And for the ears, for like maybe the male ears, I would say they're kind of big. They would go down to about there. And for the female ears, they would not be too big or too small, and they wouldn't stretch out of the head as much. And for their hair, again, it has to kind of be flowing down. Like that. Could be long or short. You could follow along with me. Yeah, like that kind of. Well, actually, for the females, I would kind of have the nose maybe be smaller. Not too big. Like that. So, yeah, basically you could see the difference. You could kind of tell which gender is which. For the female, you know, glare in the eyes, thicker, like lashes, thin eyebrows, long hair, or flowing down hair. And then for the male, You know, not too much detail really, kind of bland. I just wanted to make this easy for me to draw. So, it's kind of bland, not that much detail to it. Basically, yeah. And I remember when I first started drawing, it was kind of difficult for me to draw females because I drew a lot of, like, since I started out, I only drew, like, guy characters. Since I'm a guy, and then you would think that. And then when I tried to start out drawing female characters, some of my friends would come up to me and say, hey, that kind of looks like a guy from this show that I watch. And then I would kind of just get sad on the inside and not want to tell my real feelings. So I kind of practiced and practiced and practiced. And then I was able to get it on the spot. So I just hope that this teaches you how to make your drawings different, how to make your characters different from one another, and people being able to tell the difference of which gender is which, unless you're, I guess, going for something different. I don't know, whatever you like, man. But I just hope you were able to learn from this video today. And goodbye. If you like, leave a like. If you want more, subscribe. Bye.